Hello horse friends, it's a lovely day. Let's go grab the saddle and go out for a ride.
I kinda adore you, but don't get too proud. You're like my favorite snack, I won't say it out loud. I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not. But hey, you're the best kind of way that I got.
JJ and I are off out for a ride. We're going to go a slightly different route than we've been previously. I'm planning on going on the green track behind the house, following that round for a bit, and then we're going to be heading down the road to the pub, which we've never been down that way before, so it'll be a bit of a mini adventure for us. I'm expecting that she'll be quite nappy on the way out and forward going on the way back, but we'll see how that goes, and we'll also see if there's anything else unexpected on our journey today.
Good girl. Walk on.
Obviously, on the road sections, we will be encountering some types of traffic. I'm not sure if we will see any big lorries or tractors today, but I'm sure she'll be a good girl no matter what passes us. I have every faith in her. We're just going to go past the back of the house where she will be hearing my dog barking because she'll be hearing us go by. And then we'll be off on our adventure. I'm just going to take a step back and let you enjoy the first part of our journey, and we will rejoin to talk again later.
She didn't love you back, all she did was leave a hole in your chest. You didn't get that job, even though you really gave it your best. And now you're wondering what's the point of anything at all? But let me tell you what, that's just life putting you through the test. Before the dawn, it's always dark. Before the light, there is a tunnel. Before you run, you gotta stumble. When you fall in love, but it don't work out. When you've cried at least 100 times. When you feel so stuck, but you can't get out. Just remember, there will come a day when it all works out, and you didn't even have to try. You will find a way if you hold on now, and remember that the only way is up from here. You say you're getting old, but what do you know about what's to come? 'Cause what the future holds, nobody knows till the race is all won. So if you're wondering what's the point of anything at all? It's to live your life, live it right now, 'cause you only get one. Before the dawn, it's always dark. Before the light, there is a tunnel. Before you run, you gotta stumble. When you fall in love, but it don't work out. When you've cried at least 100 times. When you feel so stuck, but you can't get out. Just remember, there will come a day when it all works out, and you didn't even have to try. You will find a way if you hold on now, and that the only way is up from
Thank you.
here.
Eventually, we did make it to the pub. We've not been down this way so far before. She'd been a little bit nappy coming down, but really forward going on the back section where all the trees were and the green section was. But on the road a little bit where we had the sheep and stuff like that, so nothing too bad. However, here she's decided to just walk all over their driveway section, which I was trying to keep her more on the road. I had originally planned to go up, you can see like a green triangle over the road, to go up and go around that, but as I got nearer I did realise that it's a little bit of a blind bend there and would be a little bit dangerous, so we decided to just have a snack here while some of the cars went past, and then we would turn around.
Thank you. Okay. Turn here then. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Here we go again now. Good girl.
You can see when cars pass, she is generally quite good and not too bothered by vehicles, but she does take up a position a little bit more central to the lane of the road rather than a little bit more on the left nearer the verge. I would prefer to travel a bit more on the left, but it's kind of hard to explain to her that she needs to be over there. So that's just something we need to practice in training. Maybe when I'm in the arena I can just practice some stick to the rail exercises, which again is a little bit difficult when I've got trees and hedges at the side of my arena, which is made out of grass. So just something we need to work on and we're aware of. I take advantage of the fact that we're now homeward bound and ask her to do a little bit of trot, trying to use up some of that energy that she's heading towards home with. You can often see as we're moving that I have got the reins kind of directed more to the left. I've also got my legs kind of indicating that way as well, but it's not very successful. So we do kind of slow down at some point and try and bring her back in towards the verge. Like I said, just something we're going to have to practice. And luckily the roads are pretty quiet, and even when we're out there's still room for a car to go past. It's a bit wider the road than it does appear in the video.
That way. Thank you.
She's been walking forward quite free flowing without any napping, so time to try another trot. If you listen as I stop in a moment, you will hear me give a big sigh. That's one of my signals, releasing the breath that allows her to know that we're going to slow down, so don't just have to pull on the reins. I then again take a moment to kind of correct her position in the road, especially because we have got another vehicle approaching us now. Just makes it easier for the cars to get past.
Thank you. Have my car.
As you can see, we didn't really find any lorries or tractors today, and all the drivers that passed us in cars and vans were really well behaved and slowed down for us. The only time they didn't slow down is if we were behind hedges or anything like that and hadn't quite realised we were there. The majority of our ride had gone really well, with only some minor bits where she'd stop and look around and things like that, but that was all about to change just slightly, because in the field next to us there we had some Shetland ponies and they were going to come over and see us, and she did see them heading towards us. At first I thought it was going to be alright because they were running towards us and she just said hello, and then all of a sudden they bolted down the hedge line and she decided to join them. Now when I say they bolted, luckily they got little legs, and I was just keeping her slightly bent here. She was trotting very fast forward. I could tell that if I wanted to pull up right now it probably wasn't going to work because she got a lot of adrenaline going forward, so I was just bending her, giving sighing signals to say that I wanted her to slow down, and the Shetland slowed down, so I'm like, oh good, that's over. Then they set off again, but I knew it wasn't something that I'd probably be able to stop, but I was just preventing her from moving forward too much into canter and getting completely uncontrollable. I'm sure if I really needed her to stop, I could have bent her to a stop quite easy, but you know, I didn't feel too worried about this at any point. It was just something that we needed to deal with. There was a car coming up the other way and they had seen that she was running forward a bit more, and with her head bent she didn't look that in control. She was, but to them it didn't look controlled, so they stopped down there for us to pass easily. Now here she stops because the Shetlands have gone, but she realises there's cows, and that was just a bit of a surprise for her because she stopped and she hadn't been paying any attention to them. not really
Cows,
worried about the
good
cows, but I
cows.
was thinking, please don't run up the
Cows.
fence line now. She's just had that little bit of adrenaline. You can see she's
okay, good
much
girl.
more fast walking forward now.
Thank
She's
you
had
so
a little
much.
bit of an adrenaline shoot. We
Yeah,
are
good girl.
really nearly home, so I'm not too worried. And this car was very, very
Thank
good
you.
stopping for us. They didn't really need to, but it was okay. Really pleased they did. Really grateful to them. We are definitely lucky as equestrians to have some considerate drivers like that on the road, just in case it was a really severe incident and I did need some help. We're very close to home now. She's still got high adrenaline, given a good quality of walk forward. So we decided to have a little trot just for the last little section, just to get back home again. Pull in, and she's very grateful to see Comanche. All in all, it was a good ride and some positive experiences that we can build on in the future. Thank you so much for joining us on our little ride today. We'll see you again next time. Bye!